very happy to welcome you all dear children into this online class, and today we are going to learn a new lesson in the English chapter. Okay, do you guess what lesson we are going to? Yes, a new lesson. This lesson, it is related to our freedom fighters. Okay, those who fought for our freedom, for our nation. Okay, so before starting into this class, I would ask you some questions that can you list the names of the freedom fighters? So first we used to say Mahatma Gandhi, who is the father of our nation, and then Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Subhash Chandra Bose, and so on, right? And today in this chapter we are going to learn about a women character who struggled a lot for our freedom. So do you guess who is that? Yes, it is Rani Lakshmi Bai, Rani of Jhansi. Do you remember? See, some might have heard about her, but some might have not. So in today's class, we are going to learn about her more and more. Shall we all? So I request everyone to take your English book and turn to the page 71. Turn to the page 71. Yes. Okay. In page number 71, you are having lesson name, a girl called Manu. A girl called Manu. Okay, shall we all? So, Lakshmi Bai, the Rani of Jhansi, was a brave young queen known for her heroism. So Lakshmi Bai, okay, her name is Lakshmi Bai, and she was the Rani of Jhansi. Okay, she was brave, very courageous, young queen, known for what? For her heroism. She was a leading figure in the Indian struggle against the British in 1857. See, during the year 1857, she was a leading figure in the Indian struggle against whom? Yes, against British people. So, our freedom fighters, right? They gave us freedom. From whom? From British to us, right? Next, she is remembered for her bravery and sacrifice, for her courageous and sacrifice. See how lot she sacrificed. In this lesson we are going to see. Read this play that tells us about some of the important moments in her life. So this lesson has been given as a play in the sense like a drama. So, and we are going to learn some important moments that was happened in her life in this lesson. So first of all, we are going to see the characters of this play. See, narrator. Narrator means we all know that one who tells a story. Okay. Sage. Sage means we used to just compare to them to God. Those who just tell the things before it could happen. Okay. Morappan Tambe. Tambe's wife. Manu or else Rani. Next Nana. Then Gangadhar Rao. Next state priest. Courtier. Major Ellis. Soldier. Messengers and minister. Okay. Shall we start? First, scene 1. Okay, first, scene 1. Narrator is telling. Morappan Tambe, a courtier of the Maratha ruler Bajirao II, is very happy today. He and his wife have had a baby girl and they have named her Manikarna or Manu for short. See, narrator is telling us that Morappan Tambe, he was a courtier of which ruler? Maratha ruler, okay? King Bajirao II. So this man, he is very happy today because his wife she gave a baby girl. Okay, she gave birth a baby girl, and they have named her Manikarna. For shortly, they used to call her Manu. Okay, now what is happening at Tambe's residence? Now we could. So you have to just connect all those things, who and who. Okay, the characters. At Tambe's residence at home, there is singing and dancing because because Tambe's wife, she gave birth a baby girl. Tambe is receiving guest and his wife with a baby in her arms. See, both of them, Tambe's wife and Tambe, they were receiving guests. All the guests, those who are coming to see their baby, is the center of attraction. Okay, just then a sage with flowing white hair arrives. Tambe touches his feet. The sage blesses him, then walks across to bless the child. See, then what happens? So these two, both of them, they were receiving the guest, and the sage also is entering into their residence. So the sage were with white hair, flowing white hair, and after these both of them, they saw the sage. They were just touching this sage feet to get the blessings from him, and the sage blesses both of them. And now the sage is crossing these two people and going to bless the child now, the baby girl now. Okay, now sage, what the sage is telling, blessing the child, exclaims, what a lovely baby. See, the exclamation mark has given. See, blessing the child, the sage, no, he was surprising, he was amazed. What a lovely baby, he's telling. Such a glow on her face. See why he said like that. See, whenever we used to when we saw a person first time, no, something, see, what to say, our grandpa, our grandma, they used to say, no, such a glowing thing is just happening, just shining on your face. You will become a doctor, you will become an engineer, like that, no? Same like that, no? The sage is telling, okay? To the audience, mark my words, this is no ordinary child. She is destined to make history. Take good care of her. So everyone present listens in awe and stands still as the sage leaves. See, after telling all these words, no, the sage, no, to the audience is telling, mark my words. What is meant by mark my words? Remember well what I am saying. Just note it down. See, note it down what I am going to tell, he is telling. That is what? Mark my words. She is not an ordinary child. Okay, she is going to destined to make history. That means sure to be, she'll become a very famous person. So take good care of her. So everyone, no, everyone were listening to the sage, and with their just now what happens? No, everyone, they present, listen in awe, and stand still as till the sage leaves from the place. Everyone standing. Okay, now move on to the page number 72. Now scene 1 get completes. Now we are going to see scene 2. Okay, now narrator is telling, as a young girl, Manu has a friend and companion. Okay, that is Nana, the son of Bajirao. Okay, we saw that Bajirao too, he was the king of the Maratha ruler. Okay, so as a young girl, now she's not a baby, she grew up. Okay, as a young girl, Manu, she has a friend and companion. Friend, okay, like us, she has a friend whose name is Nana, and he was the son of Bajirao. Okay, a young girl and boy of the same age, dressed in riding gear, enter. The boy is out of breath. See, this young girl, that is Manu, and Nana, both of them, they were in same age. They were riding, they were gone for riding, dressed in the same, they were dressed in a riding dress, and this boy, no, he was out of breath. Okay, now Manu laughing. Okay, Nana, you're already breathless. I warned you not to challenge me, but you did. Now you know who rides faster. Now she's laughing and telling, Nana, I already told you, you cannot. You cannot challenge me. But you did. See now who won the ride? I only won the ride. Now she's telling. Now Nana, I know. What a fool I was. Admiring. Manu, you really are brave. The way you lifted me on your horse when I fell and the way you rode were remarkable. I couldn't have done that. See now Nana is telling, if we are what we would have done that, definitely we will show our jealous, right? But see Nana what he said, I know. What a fool I was. I know that. He's telling that I know that I will not ride faster than you. Okay, so you only will fast ride. You only will ride faster than me, and really you are brave. So the moment that when I was about to fall, you just saved me. You lifted me. The way you lifted me, it was awesome. I couldn't just imagine this. Everything he's telling, he's just praising her. Okay, now Manu is telling, all this is due to my father Nana. After my mother died, he took me to Bithura where I took lessons in horse riding and warfare. Someday I shall become a soldier. See what she is telling. See, now everyone are telling that I am a brave girl. Even I know that I am a brave girl. Why? Everything is due to my father. See, after my mother's death, my father, he took me to a place called Bithura. There I learned warfare and then riding, horse riding, everything. I know that someday I shall become a soldier, she's telling. Okay, then Nana is telling, and I shall ride by your side. Remember, Manu, if you ever need me, all you have to do is call. Now what Nana is telling, okay, I know that definitely one day you will become a soldier. That time I will ride by your side, and remember, when you need me, you have to call me, then I will immediately come. Like that, this Nana is telling. Now Manu is telling, I will remember Nana, definitely I will call you. She is also telling. Then narrator is telling. Now the narrator. The two part ways to go to their respective homes. Time flies. Morpin Tambe receives a messenger who has a marriage proposal for Manu. The proposal is from Gangadhar Rao of Jhansi. Manu's father agrees to the marriage proposal and is happy. He should be, for Gangadhar Rao is a good man. So now what happens now? They were, what to say? Now what happens? The day has passed, and now what happens? Now Morappan Tambe. Who is Morappan Tambe? You all know that. He was the father of Rani Lakshmi Bai. Now he receives a messenger. Okay, that means a message called she got a marriage proposal. Marriage proposal means offer or marriage from a girl's or a boy's family. See, we all know that when a girl attained a particular age, definitely she have to marry, right? So now Morappan Tambe is getting a marriage proposal for a daughter. Now who is that man? The proposal is from Gangadhar Rao of Jhansi. Jhansi is a place. Okay. So Manu's father immediately he agrees to marry. Okay, Gangadhar Rao, to get married for a daughter with Gangadhar Rao, and he is happy too because definitely Gangadhar Rao, what to say, he should be a good man. Okay. Now turn to the page 273. Now scene 1. Okay. Scene 3, sorry. At the scene of the wedding festivities are on, the state priest of Jhansi addresses Tambe. Okay, now scene 3, what happens? What scene? So wedding festival. Okay, now state priest of Jhansi, he addresses Tambe. Now state priest is telling, it is our privilege and joy to have such a noble queen. She will surely bring honor to the name of Jhansi. Now how? See the state priest, how he addresses Jhansi. See, they were happy to receive Jhansi as a queen. Rani Lakshmi Bai as a queen to Jhansi, because she was a just he addresses that Jhansi was a noble queen. Definitely, she will bring honor to the name of Jhansi. Everything, okay. Now, scene 4, narrator. As the wheel of life turns, the Rani of Jhansi faces many turning points in her life. Her happiest moment is when a son is born to her in 1851. But 3 months later, the baby dies. See, as the wheel of life turns means time passes. When time passes, so many turning points she faced, okay, in her life. See, her happiest moment in her life, when she gave birth to a baby boy, okay, who born in 1851. But what happens now after 3 months? The baby dies. See, such a horrible thing, very, very bad, right? So, at the fort of Jhansi, Gangadhar Rao and Rani Lakshmi Bai are in a serious discussion. They were in a serious discussion that Gangadhar Rao, who is Gangadhar Rao? Husband of Rani Lakshmi Bai. Rani, now he is telling, Rani, I'm very worried. The British are rapidly increasing their power, and now there is a new law. It says that if a king dies without leaving an heir, his kingdom will be taken over by the British. Rani, yes, I know. The cunning British have taken over many kingdoms like this, and our son is no more. Now Gangadhar Rao and Jhansi were there. They both were in discussion that now he's telling that he was very worried about the British people because they are increasing rapidly and they are just invading all the places in India. Okay. So, and there was a new law also. What law is that? If a king dies without their own children, what happens, all their properties, everything will be taken by the British people. Such a horrible, very bad law it is, right? So, very cunning people they were. Now, Rani is also telling, yes, the British has taken over many kingdoms like this, and their son is also no more. Okay, now Gangadhar Rao. But Rani, we can adopt a son if you agree. Now Rani is telling, I would be very happy to do that. Now what they were planning to adopt a son. Okay, now scene 5. Now narrator is telling, Lakshmi Bai and Gangadhar Rao adopt a son and call him Damodar Rao. So now they adopted a son and they gave a name Damodar Rao. So but fate has another tragedy in store for the Rani. The day after their son comes home, Gangadhar Rao passes away. The British refuse to recognize the adopted son as a successor. He is not granted the right to rule. Very, very bad, See, Lakshmi Bai and Gangadhar Rao, the day they were adopted a son, the next day itself, what happens? Gangadhar Rao passes away. He died. So what happened? The British now refuse. They are ignoring the Damodar Rao because he is not their own son. He was an adopted son. So they were planning to invade all the properties of Jhansi, Lakshmi Boys and Gangadhar Raos. Okay. So one day at the fort in Jhansi, now one day what is happening at the fort of Jhansi? Now courtier, he announces, Major Ellis to see the Rani. So now courtier is announcing, who is coming to see Rani? Major Ellis. Now the major enters and is seated. Okay. Now see, Rani is telling, Major Ellis, I have written many letters to the Governor General, Lord Dalhousie, regarding my son. Why is he not being granted the right to rule? See now, after the Major Ellis comes to home, now Rani is asking, okay, Major Ellis, I have written many letters about my son, Damodar Rao. Then why this man, Governor General, the Lord Dalhousie, he is not granting the right to rule? Why is not giving the authority to power to write the rule, to rule? Now she is asking, now Major Ellis is telling, because he is only an adopted son, Rani Lakshmi Bai. So they have British, they had a new law, that is, if the king dies, the next who will be? The king's son or daughter will be, right? So but there should be their own children. If they are not their own children, definitely all the properties will be taken by the British people. So now this Major Ellis is telling the reason that Damodar Rao is an adopted son. He cannot be the heir to the throne. He cannot be. Okay, and regarding yourself, I have an order from the Governor General of India. You are to leave the fort and live in a palace in the city now. Another thing, another sad thing, that first one is Damodar Rao, he cannot rule the country, and then the next thing is, that is, the Rani Lakshmi Bai and her son, both of them, they have to leave the place, that is, leave the fort, and they have to live in the palace in the city. Okay, the fort of Jhansi will now come under British protection. Now what happens if Rani Lakshmi Bai leaves the fort? What happens? Everything, the fort, everything will be taken by the British. Okay, now we'll just finish off till scene 5, and in next classes I will take all the scene 6, everything. Now till this, my dear children, I want to just tell you to read synonyms. Okay, once again I will just tell you, okay, synonyms, you can read it. Okay, in page number 71, mark my words, that means remember well what I am saying. Then destined to make history, that means sure to be very famous. Okay, destined to make history, sure to be very famous. And then next, in page number 72, marriage proposal, offer of marriage from a girl's or a boy's family. Then page number 73, the wheel of life turns, so time passes. Okay children, totally how many synonyms? See, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So what you must do is totally 4 synonyms. You should write it in a rough note 5 times. Okay, question with answer. Okay children, please go through page number 71 to 73, then you will understand the lesson even more, and then you can even memorize the spellings which they have given. Thank you so much children.